So let's take a minute to talk about how to properly wet your strip washer. The idea here is to get enough solution in the bristles of your strip washer so that you can get good lubrication and cleaning solution on the glass, but not so much that you have drips dropping everywhere. This is a good habit to get into so that when you're inside, you're not dripping all over the place. So this is pretty simple. Now your tools might look a little different than this, but the principle applies. We're just going to dip our strip washer in our cleaning solution, let it sit in there for a few seconds and really get saturated. And then what we want to do is take our hand and kind of squeeze out the excess moisture. And give the end an extra little bit of squeeze like that. Do that for both sides if necessary. And that should do it. So what we've got here is a nicely saturated strip washer, plenty of lubrication to apply to the glass, but we're not getting a lot of drips falling from the strip washer itself. And that's what we want. So now that we've properly wetted our strip washer, there are a few things you need to pay attention to make sure that you don't drip water everywhere. One of the things that happens when you store your strip washer in your bucket here is the moisture begins to migrate to the bottom, and it's going to start to collect down here at the bottom of your bucket. There's not really much that you can do about that. But notice what happens when you take it out. All of that moisture is collected at the bottom and you're getting lots of dripping here, and this can pose a big problem, especially if you're inside on a finished floor. So here's a trick that will help you mitigate that and control the situation a little bit better. You want to get into the habit with your strip washer of every time you pull it out, immediately flipping it 180 degrees. So this motion should just be natural for you. And what does that do? Well, it prevents this saturated wet edge from dripping all over the place, flips it to the top, so now all that extra moisture is migrating back down. And that's going to prevent a lot of dripping and really save you from having to mop up a lot of things on the floor, possibly drip on furniture, things like that. So that motion, pulling it out and flipping it 180, if you can make that natural, that's going to save you some time and protect the surfaces you're working around. Good habit to get into.